Mr. Frank Salzgeber, you opened today 17th ESA Business Incubation Centre in Europe, which happens to be in Estonia. Can you tell a little bit which type of companies this Business Incubation Centre is mainly for?
Sure. When you're seeing space technology is used in many fields. So it could be lightweight, it could be navigation, it could be Earth observation, but also telecommunication. So we have space technology in all of the fields, in automotive, in oil and gas, in shipping, in aviation, but even in the medical field. So I was recently in Rome, and we even have a technology transfer which is used by the Vatican Library, which is a data format we have developed. So space technology can be in all of the fields. But what we see in the recent year, that of course when we speak about lightweight, robustness, this is really in the heart of a lot of industry. And we also, when we look into location-based services, this is always based on this navigation signal. So the big infrastructure we have in space, which is telecommunication, this is where you make your telephone calls to the US, but also your TV signal from space, which is already an infrastructure, which is added by navigation, which you have in your mobile phone, in your cars, but also Earth observation, which is used for farming, for fishing in other areas, or disaster monitoring. So there's the big three infrastructure, navigation, Earth observation, and telecommunication will be also the big infrastructure for digitalization. And we would like to give our help to the startup companies to understand better the data, to help them grow, to give them access to markets, and help them with the funding.
But how about the hardware side? Do you also see the hardware-related companies rising from here?
Of course, and we have a lot of companies which are not only using data, but they also produce hardware. So the recent company, which is at the moment has raised over 100 million, is Lilium Aviation. They make a 5-man or 5 people electrical airplane which starts vertical and then goes horizontal. And there it's about autonomous flying. So it's also about hardware, but also companies thinking about satellites, nanosatellites, rockets. I think there the space, not even the space is the limit. So we see companies using technology for downstream, but also bringing things up.
Based on your experience, how do you see how fast one can expect some inevitable results?
We know all, and this is especially when you speak about hardware, if you do software, you can have really a quick start, but it should be not only an app. So, but even in software, you can have quicker returns. But the lessons learned that companies take 7-8 years to really become operational, successful, and maybe also self-finance. So entrepreneurship takes time, especially when it's on hardware, and we have to give that time. We have to give the time from the investment side, from the political side, and this is the reason why we support the startup companies for 2 years, but after the 2 years of support, they still be part of our family. It's like our nephews. So, and if you have a nephew when it's born, and when you have a kid, it takes time until the kid can run. It takes time that they go to school. It takes time that they have to earn the first money. And we have to see the startups as the same. So we have a lot of startups, and recently, yesterday, I had a meeting with one of the startup company which left our incubation support 6 years ago, and we are still in contact and we're still helping them because you are part of a family. So the startup program, what we want to do is going more than just project support for 2 years. It's becoming part of a family, and we want to see them successful, grow and survive.
Thank you very much, Mr. Salzgeber, for this.
My pleasure.